Hello everyone, welcome to True Voyage. Today we're going to be going over best of blushes. I will be discussing the importance of blushes and be looking at several blushes for light skin, medium skin, and deep skin tones. Let's go ahead and get into the blush world. I don't know about you guys, but for me, blush is essential, especially being on the lighter side. If I don't wear blush, I look really tired and washed out. So blush for me is key. In fact, if it was a desert island that I was stuck on and I had to have 5 things, it would be blush, lipstick, concealer, an eyelash curler, and an eyebrow. I find those things do the most when it comes to enhancing the features on our face. All right, so what are we going to go over in this video? Why is blush so important? Let's say you are someone with dry skin. What blush should you use to make your skin look more luminous? If you're oily skin, what blush should you use and what blush should you stay away from? If you're someone that has a lot of texture, what blush should you use? If you're someone with deep skin, what color? If you're someone with light skin, what color? You guys get it. We're going to be going over everything that I can think of when it comes to finding the best blush for your skin tone, texture, and why blush is so important. So blushes are so important because they warm up the complexion, add a healthy glow, and the best part is that they create the illusion of a cheekbone. So for those of you who have, rounder faces, or for those of you that have killer cheekbones, it's a great way to either create a cheekbone or to already emphasize the cheekbones that you have. But you may be thinking, well, what formula should I use? What texture should I use? What color should I use? There's so many different variations now of blush. They're not just powder. There's cream, there's jelly, there's lip palettes that can be used for lip and cheeks, your mineral blushes. So there's a lot of different types of blushes, which I will break down for you guys today. But before we get into texture and what color you like, you first need to understand what colors to look for based on your specific skin tone. So just like foundation, the best way to go about finding a really good blush is to look at your undertone. What is the color that lays underneath? Meaning, are you more of a pink, a neutral, a warm, a blue base? Once you know that, it can help navigate kind of what colors you want to get into, and then we can get into textures. Now, if you're someone who goes, I don't know, or just overall help me, I have no idea what my undertone is, and I never seem to find the right undertone in my foundation. One way that might help you find it is if you look at your wrist, your veins will have either more of a blue tint or more of a green tint. Now, the blue tint is going to mean you're more of a cool undertone, and the green tint will mean that you're more of a warm undertone. If you can't tell, usually it means you're a neutral. Now, let's say you still can't tell. Then what we want to do is go ahead and look at our lip color. This is the best way for those of you that don't know your undertone to find a great blush. Look at your natural lip color. Is it more pink? Is it warmer? Meaning, is it more of like a dark pink or like a warm pink? Or is it, let's say, more mauve, more purple tone? Is it deeper? Does it match your skin tone? That should help you guys get an idea of what range blush you should be in. So for instance, when I take my lipstick off, which I'm going to do right now to show you guys what I mean. All right, so I took my lipstick off to show you guys what I mean. I have a very light pink lip. So doing something, for instance, like the KEVY AUCOIN really bright pink cream blush will look good on me because it's pink, but it's going to be very bold and very bright, and it's going to be a look. Whereas if I use the Rose Petillant blush by Chanel, it's going to do a good job of picking my complexion up because I'm getting closer to my actual lip shade. Another one that I could use, it's a little bit more of the orange tone, but it'll be nice and bright to pick up my skin, is the Fascia Rosa. Here's another example. This is La Rose du Soir. Now this is Syrah. Now this is very close to my lip color, but it's a bit more neutral and a bit warmer. So although very pretty and I like it for a very natural look, it doesn't do much really for my complexion. Whereas this is going to be much better for my skin tone and really brighten up my actual complexion. So hopefully that gives you guys an idea of what I mean. So if you don't know your undertone, definitely look at your natural lip color and try to stay within that range. That said, with the power of makeup and being able to change our looks, if you do a smoky eye and you have a bright red lip on, there's absolutely no problem going up with a color like this. Now this does not match my lip. color at all. But with a black smoky eye, and if I was wearing a red lipstick right now, this would pull it all together beautifully. Basically, there are two ways to go about wearing blush. That is, one, do a natural blush, which is matching your undertone and your lip color. And then the second way is being able to match your lipstick and your eyeshadow. So basically harmonizing a look. Now, if I'm wearing a bright purple lip, I would do something that still has my undertone, maybe a pinkish mauve. If I was doing a red, I would do a pinkish red color. So if all else fails, go with your undertone or your natural lip color, or match your lipstick to your blush. In fact, that's kind of the French way. A lot of women wear their lipstick and then they take a little bit of the lipstick and they apply it to the cheek so that it creates a beautiful uniformed color palette. Also very important, wait to add your blush to the very last step of your makeup. Simply because once you have all your makeup done with the eyes and the foundation and your lips, you'll be better able to gauge what blush will look best with your lip and your eyeshadow. It helps to create harmony with the makeup look that you're trying to achieve. So blush last. All right, textures. What is the best blush if you are someone with dry skin? Head towards subtle shimmers. If you're somebody with dry skin who has aging concerns, let's say any type of wrinkling on the cheek, make sure that this shimmer is a very subtle shimmer. You want something that gives a glow to the skin without being glittery or catching too much light. A really great place to start is with mineral powders. They have a light shimmer to them, but look very natural. You can buff them into the skin and they just create a nice glow or sheen without looking artificial. Now, if you're someone with oily skin, you want to go the exact opposite. Stay away from shimmers. Go with matte. You already have a beautiful gloss glow to your skin because of the oils. So using a matte blush will help keep everything in balance. If you're someone with a lot of pores, texture, acne scars, go matte once again. You don't want something that's too shimmery that's going to grab onto the texture in the skin. So use a blotting powder first, then put on your matte blush, then put on a setting powder to just kind of make sure that everything stays in place and creates a soft focus finish across the skin. If you have hyperpigmentation on your cheeks, the best colors to wear are in the peach tones. If you are light to light tan or medium skin tones, it'll help to neutralize the hyperpigmentation. So think of peach blushes. If you're someone that is medium to deep skin toned, go for colors that are more in the red family. That will help to neutralize the hyperpigmentation. I personally love to use a cream blush to roll on top of the skin because I find that the powders kind of create a two-tone effect when it comes to the skin itself and the hyperpigmentation. So do a cream blush. Now, if you have perfect normal skin, then definitely have fun trying different textures and different finishes galore. Let's go ahead now and get into the best color based on your skin tone. If you're truly fair-skinned, even light-skinned, you want to use pink. Pinks are perfect for you because it gives a subtle flush. The color I recommend is something that is on the inside of your lip, or even the tips of your fingers will have a beautiful pink tone to them. Those are the colors you want to reach for when it comes to your skin tone and the color blush you choose. If you're light to a light, somewhat medium skin tone, still use pinks, but you can get a little bit warmer. I love to use dusty roses and warm rose beigey pink tones. Those look gorgeous on your skin. They warm up the skin while still adding a pop of color and bringing some freshness to the complexion. If you want to create a flush, you can do a poppy type of color, which is an orange pink type of tone, and that will give a gorgeous wow factor to the cheeks. Now, if you are a true light to medium, heading more into medium skin tone, head towards a peach. Peach is fantastic because you have usually a warm undertone gold type of skin. Bright orange just really picks up the complexion while also harmonizing with your skin tone. In fact, peach is the most universally flattering shade for all skin tones and roses. But if I had to pick one blush for everyone in the world, it would definitely be a peach tone just because it looks flattering on most skin tones. Now, if you're a light to medium skin tone, head towards a plum if you want some drama. It definitely creates a bit more of a bold look, but it's also great for bringing out cheekbones. So I like to place plum colors sometimes on the outer cheek just to kind of lift the cheek up, create a subtle hollow, and then add a little bit of peach on top, especially more towards the front of the cheek area where the apples are, and then blend it out towards the plum on the outer edge so that it creates a seamless finish, but that definitely adds some definition with that gorgeous plum mauve tone. If you're truly a medium skin tone, head towards those apricot, deeper orange, kind of bronze tones, and that looks amazing on your skin tone because it has so much warmth to it, and usually a lot of gold flecks within the blush, whether that be cream or sheer or tints. There's usually a little bit in those apricot bronzy shades of those gorgeous iridescence particles that really light up the skin. I do want to note, for those of you with true medium skin tones, you have usually a yellow undertone, but it heads more towards the greenish side. So be careful when it comes to picking out a peach color. I head more towards the warm color to highlight the gold in your skin and warm it up a bit. So think deeper, warmer peaches for true medium skin tones. And another color that really helps olive skin tones or medium olive skin tones because of a little bit of that green that sits underneath the skin is rose colors. Rose colors do a great job of kicking up the complexion. Just make sure it matches within your skin tone range so that it complements the skin without looking too bright or too sallow. For those of you with medium to dark or dark skin tones, head towards really warm terracotta, oranges and reds. Those make your cheeks just come alive. It is the most beautiful color to take something that is that kind of earthy red and put it against a deeper skin tone. It wakes up the whole complexion and creates the most beautiful, beautiful flush on your skin tone. If you do something that is a deep yet bright kind of red color, think like brick red or even crimson, those colors make you look like you have been out in the sun. It'll give you a nice suntan look flush, or what I like to call a beautiful sunburned flush. And feel free to use a beautiful plum or berry shade just to create a beautiful complement to deep skin tones. Let's go ahead and get into some of my favorite blushes. I'm going to start off with the colors that are for light skin tone, then I'll head into medium, and then I will finish with deep. Now, I'm not going to be able to try them all on for you guys, or I'd have to take off all my makeup for each one, and the skin will start to get red underneath, and so it won't give you a true read. But I am going to go over all of these with swatches with you guys today. So the first palette I'm going to start off with is pretty universal for everyone because there is 6 colors in this palette. This is the NARS Orgasm on the Beach palette. Now, what I love about this is you can use this for light skin tones, medium, and deep, or light skin tones, medium, and deep. So let's go ahead and swatch these. Another palette that I reach for quite consistently for light, medium, and deep skin tones is this La Rouge Chaleur palette by Rougi. It just has the most beautiful colors, and I could use this for light skin tones, medium, and deep. This is a face palette. Most people use it for their lips, but feel free to use cream products, you guys, for your cheeks as well. In fact, it's one of the most beautiful makeup looks to grab whatever's on your lips and put them on your cheeks. It just creates a really gorgeous uniformed look. Let's go ahead now and look at blushes for deep skin tones. All right, next is colors for olive to deep skin tones. These next two colors are for medium to light skin tones. I would say true medium, you can get away with wearing these if you're headed towards the light side. And lastly, light skin tones or light to fair. The first two I'm going to show you are for light skin tones, and then the very last one I'll show you will be for fair skin tones or porcelain. All right, so I want to briefly mention that for this very first swatch, it's actually the Westman Atelier Le Nude lip palette, but I do use it as a blush because I like the cream consistency and I like the light texture and the glossy finish. So feel free to use some of your lip palettes on your cheeks. Some of you might be wondering what I'm wearing on my cheeks today, and I am wearing this blush right here. For those of you who want to try a bunch of different types of blushes and don't really know still which actual blush you want for your everyday or for a special evening out, I highly recommend going to the drugstore. I know I'm a luxury leaning channel, but as I've said before, I've been a makeup artist for 25 years, and some of the best ways to try makeup, even now for me, is to go to the drugstore and buy 99-cent blushes or Wet n Wild or Maybelline or Revlon and find some sale blushes, and then I just pick a bunch of different colors out so that I'm able to try them on my complexion. Once I find the right colors, then I go and I invest in the luxury formulations and finishes that I like. All right, everyone, we've hit the end of this video. I hope you guys have a better understanding of blushes, textures, what's going to look best on not only your skin type, but your skin tone. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, I'm always here for you. Just type down below. And the best way to get a hold of me is through shrivoyage.com, which also has a lot of really cool stuff that I try to put on there for you guys, like early sneak peeks of products that first come in. Or head over to my Instagram account and you can subscribe there and see what's going on. And if you guys want to support Shri Voyage, you like what you're seeing here, the best way to do it is use affiliate links down below, subscribe, and leave a comment and hit that thumbs up. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I really hope this truly helped you guys when it comes to finding your perfect blush. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.